Hey guys, well, I hope, fingers crossed, this is all going to work. Usually what happens whenever I go live or whether I'm filming something, we can get a little bit of a freeze just to start with. So I think it's starting already, so let's just bear with it just for a couple of moments or two. I'm sure it'll start to then just ease itself out, but I thought, let's start somewhere different. Instead of starting in the craft room, which we will be doing, we will be going up into the craft room, but I thought what we'll do is let's start in my kitchen. This is my kitchen. This is my kitchen. This is my nice, relaxed, chill kitchen. It's Thursday evening here in the UK. Even I'm nice and chilled and relaxed. So thank you so much for everyone that's joining me. What we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the comments to start with. It just gives that glitching and that freezing just a couple of extra minutes just to sort out. We know what it's like. It tends to happen in the past. The ironic thing is I've been testing it all day and it's been fine. So it must be that live connection that it just starts to, well, to be fair, I've got a few things going at once just to get different angles. So maybe that's got something to do with it. But as I say, it will, I'm sure, just sort itself out. But so many of you are already tuning in. What I'm going to do is let's go to the side, because then maybe that's going to help just in a moment, just to unfreeze that glitch in here. So you can see a big screen there at the side. That's everything that you're going to get in the layout collection. That's what we're going to go over just shortly. However, what we are going to do, as I say, we're going to go over and start with the comments beforehand. Does look like it's still glitching, so we're just going to give it just another couple of moments or two for it to sort itself out. But let's see who's in already. We've got Suzette's in, so Suzette's in red, so you're watching from YouTube. You're in from Canada. We've got Laurie is saying, hi Suzette, what time does this begin, Suzette? Well, it's 8:15 here in the UK. We've got, where are we? So a lot of you were in waiting already for me to go live. You were eagerly awaiting. Gareth Dobbs is in. We've got Tayden is in as well. We've got Eleanor is in from Pennsylvania. You're all on no, you're not. You're all on YouTube. Sandra's in. We've also got Terry's in. Faye's in. We've got Angela's in, and we've got Crafty Stacey Lou in as well. All of you guys are on YouTube. Sarah's in saying hi Craig. Well, hi to you too. You're on Facebook. Carmel Sorrell, you're in saying excited for this. Well, thank you very much. Then we've got Carletta's in as well. Kirsty D's in on YouTube. Samantha's in. Adria's in. Andrea's in. Caroline F is in. We've got loads and loads and loads. Donna, Sue, Lynn, we've got Betsy, Ronetta's in, we've got Tracy's in, Emily's in, Jen's in, Ginny's in, Maureen's in, we've got Sissy Sue is in, Lynn's in, Mistress is in, we've got Paula's in saying, yeah, made it in time. Crafting with Marilyn is saying, hi Craig and Ben, greetings from Connecticut, just up the road from WWE headquarters. Not jealous whatsoever, Marilyn. Looks like we're still freezing, so we're still just going to give that a moment or two. We've also got, who else is in? That's names I've not said. Caroline's in saying, or Carol Ann's in saying, nice kitchen, Craig. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've had to do a little bit of reorganisation for it to work. I'm going to jump to that other view again just for a moment or two, just to see if we can then ease that freezing. We've got Sarah saying, I love your outfit. Well, thank you very much. I'm just in my comfies. If you watch me on Instagram story, you will know that is a favourite of mine, and it's relatively new. I thought we're all amongst friends, so I'm going to be in my comforts this evening. We've also got Odd29 is in, Christina's in saying, yeah, the new layout collection, Wendy's in, Amy's in, Rosie's in, Jane's in, loads and loads and loads of you are in this evening, which is so lovely to see. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining in. This is kind of like your first look ahead of Sunday. So, brand new layout collection here. It is launching on Monday with myself and Ben. So we're going to be looking at it, of course, within Wake Up Call. You can see everything that you've got there. And even then, you know, it still doesn't do it justice, because I've got the papers that haven't even spread out fully because I've not got a lot of room. Same with, of course, the actual recipe cards, your dies, your stamps, so much more that I'm going to go over just shortly. But it is launching on Monday with the two of us. So we will be looking at it within Wake Up Call, and then we're going to have that 2-hour launch, of course, and then probably we're going to be having a look at it as well within Monday Makers. This is really starting to bug me where it is freezing again. So I'm just going to keep going out. Sometimes I find if I jump shots in the past that it tends to work. Tell you what, why don't we have a real close-up? Let's have a real close-up. Now, I do have to say, candles and home decor elements do not come included. I've just put them there just to make it a little bit fancy. But we've got our brand new layout collection. Now I know you guys stateside, you're going to be familiar with this collection. Some of you may have got it on HSN, some of you may have chosen to wait till we've got it. But you guys will have seen it with Sara just the back end of last year when she was on HSN with it as a TS. But it is now eventually launching here on Crafters TV on Monday the 15th. Now when it comes to the layout collection, once we go up into the craft room, we'll go over it in a lot more detail and we'll do some crafting. Now when it comes to the layout collection that you're going to get, you have got an exceptional value when it comes to this. But what I'm going to tell you, it's not about the value, it's about the concept, it's about the process. So when it comes to the main collection, what you have got is you've got your binder. Now your binder are going to work with those dividers when it comes to the stamps, but also the dies that you're getting. Not only that, you're going to get that to work in with your recipe cards. Now it's all going to come within the box just there. Then what you're going to get is you're going to get 30 recipe cards. Now some of which I'm going to go over up the stairs. Now the recipe cards, that is all about layout. One of the questions that we get as a team, we get asked is, I wish I could make cards that look like yours. Now, you can do, but when it comes to what we're launching on Monday with the layout collection, that's what the recipe cards is all about. It's about composition. It's giving you that recipe, it's giving you that finished example as to what the card is going to look like. We are going to do that one, number one. You've then got that sketch that you can follow. Then on the back, what we'll see once we go upstairs, you're then going to get all the step-by-steps, you're going to get the pictures. Now when it comes to the collection, you're going to be getting your 8x8 linen cardstock. I'm going to show you and go over everything quantity-wise. You're going to get your pattern papers as well. Then you're going to get all of these extras as well. Now a lot of these, if like me, you might already have circle nesting dies, oval nesting dies, tag dies. What this is about is this is about having everything. You're able to then come along and follow the recipe card exact. You don't have to go hunting for that oval die. You don't have to go hunting for that specific star die. You don't have to go hunting for that banner die. You've got them all here included. It is about the layout, but it's about using that layout the best you can absolutely do by die cutting your squares and embossing them with the folders. All of these folders and dies are and have been made and designed exclusively for the layout collection. You have got your 5x7, you've then got your 6x6, you've also got 3D folder, then you've got your little embellishment dies that you can see here. What you're also then going to be getting is your matte and layer dies. You're going to be getting the squares. Now if we can see the two sets of the squares there, they work in conjunction with each other or stand alone. You're getting your banners, you're getting your tags, your ovals, you're getting your 100 gems, you're getting your ribbon edge dies, you're getting your ribbon, you're getting your circle and your scallop nesting dies, you're getting your ornate dies, and you're going to be getting all of these stamps as well. All of this is what you're going to be using to create the cards on the front of the recipe cards. Now, once you've used up all of your products, what you're then going to be doing is using your Sara signature. You're going to be using your nature garden. You're going to be using your stamp collection. You're going to be using your hunky dory. You're going to be using all of your other brands. All that you're then going to be doing is just substituting the card and paper, the stamp, the die, the folder that's on the recipe card for whatever one that you want. We're going to do that tonight. We're going to do number one as exact, but what we're also going to do is we're going to do it again, but with the Daisy collection, just to show you how you can change it up with your collections, and then you don't even have to go along and follow exactly what's on that sketch. you might want to have that hugs and kisses turned the other way. You might want to use one of the other folders. You might want to use one of the other stamps. That's entirely up to you. This layout collection is giving you that starter block for you to come along and work and get that confidence when it comes to the layout of your cards, your projects. When it comes to the recipe cards, if it says 6x6 card, you can do it in a 6x6 box. You can expand it, you can make it even smaller, you can make it larger. You can take that sketch and make it into a 12x12 scrapbook page with all your papers and your embellishments. It is absolutely phenomenal. I was in absolute awe when I seen Sara launch it on HSN America. I am beyond giddy that I get to launch it on Monday on Crafters TV with my good buddy Ben. So that is Monday the 15th. Now both Debbie and Becky, Debbie Fisher and Becky, they're going to have a Crafters TV first look on Sunday. So you'll get another look ahead of being able to purchase it on Monday. So that is your full collection that you can see here. Now when it comes to all there, you can see there is loads and loads and loads when it comes to that full collection just here. What you are going to be getting, let me go over exactly what you're going to be getting when it comes to this collection here. Now you're going to be getting 9, so when it comes to the dies, you're going to be getting 11 die sets. In total, that's giving you 48 dies. Not only that, when it comes to everything else that you're going to be getting, when it comes to that 8x8 acrylic stamp set, you're going to be getting 19 of those stamps. Now when it comes to the 19 of the stamps, that's that one just here. So you're going to be getting 19 stamps. When it comes to the stamp set on the other side, that we've got just way over here, so if I reach over here, these ones here, you're going to be getting 20 sentiment stamps. Then what you're also going to be getting is your index and the recipe cards. So you're getting all 30 of these recipe cards. You're going to be getting the index cards as well and the dividers to go with them. Not only that, you're going to be getting that stylish binder too. You're going to be getting the magnetic sheets, because this is the key thing. All of that will fit within that binder up at the top there. You've got the magnetic sheets which are going to hold all of the dies. You're going to get the stamp storage panels as well, 2 of them, which are then going to hold all of those stamps. You've then got the 5x5 2D floral embossing folder. What you've also got is your 5x7 2D butterfly embossing folder. You've also then got things such as your 6x4 3D embossing folder. And then when it comes to the recipe cards, you're going to find advanced projects where you can die cut your cardstock within the oval and then run it through when it comes to, of course, the embossing folder. Not only that, you've then got your 8x8 printed papers along on the other side there. Now when it comes to those, these are single-sided and they're 150 GSM. Now you've got 12 designs and you're getting 2 of each, so that's giving you 24 sheets in total. Not only that, you're going to then be getting your favourite and my favourite. We're getting the linen cardstock as well, 8x8 linen card, 250 GSM. You've got 6 colours and you're getting 4 of each, which is giving you 24 sheets in total. We're then giving you all the satin ribbon as well, so you're going to be getting 9 reels of the satin ribbon. You're getting the lovely peach pink, you're getting the baby blue, and you're getting the lilac as well. Now you've got your 3 thicknesses when it comes to these ones, and each of them are 1 metre in length as well. Then we're finishing off with the gems. You've got the gems right down there in the corner. Everything is what you are going to be getting within Monday's launch. Now I will tell you this, and this is one thing I'm not meant to tell you, but I am going to tell you. There may be a showstopper. Now I know a lot of you saying, Craig, what's the price? I know the price. I'm not allowed to say the price until Monday. Things can change. It's exactly the same with HSN. You know that Sara and Ben, when they do the, of course, the first look, when they do the HSN preview, they can't give you the HSN price because they're not allowed to. So when it comes to this one, just keeping you in suspense until Monday. You might actually find out the price with Debbie and Becky on Sunday. If not, it'll be Monday when it launches, and that's of course with the brand new layout collection. It is absolutely incredible. The dies, I have to say, with everything that you're getting, and I know we're still glitching, so I apologise, we're going to go up the stairs just shortly so that we can crack on and we can do some crafting here. But when it comes to these, the value is exceptional. Now, I don't want to be kind of blasé and say, well, it's exceptional value. It really, really is. But it's not actually about the value. It's about what you can do with everything here. Full transparency, and I had a meeting and I was chatting with Leanne about it as well, and they said, product development team, they were the same as well. Some of these kind of shapes, these styles of dice you might already have, but what it's about having that complete collection. You're going to have all of that contained within the box, and also the divider as well up there. So if you're wanting to do recipe card number 9, it's there in the binder or the box if you choose to keep it in the box. If you're wanting to do recipe card number 26 and you're using a certain folder or a certain stamp, because I know what you guys are like at home, you like to use specific stamp and dies and folders that have been used within the recipe cards, and that's exactly what you're going to be getting. So you can see it there, you're getting loads and loads and loads. I have to reiterate once again, when it comes to the folders, the papers, the linen, the colours, it's all specific for this brand new layout collection. Same with the stamps and that as well. But the key point when it comes to this collection is you're going to be able to use all your other nature garden, your Sara's signature. Sara's signature collection is launching next week, Floral Elegance. You're going to be able to do and use your Floral Elegance when it comes to this whole collection just here. It is that huge that I just could not just have it in a box upstairs and flick through from the overhead. I do have another box upstairs, thankfully. Massive thank you to Liam back at HQ, because he gave me a spare box for me to then flick through upstairs and use. And then everything that this is all sitting on is from the studio. Liam let me borrow it. Apart from the big blocks, if you've seen my Instagram story, you'll know these are actually Bundleberry storage box that I've got just at the back, holding it all up. So yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. Just while we're still glitching, I am just going to step to the side just so that we can go over that once again. So guys, I'm going to go in with more of a close-up once again. Let's go through that once more before we go upstairs. Remember, when it comes to this layout collection, the price will be revealed on Monday, but within this collection you're going to get either just the collection on its own, or, I'm going to reiterate once again, been told not to tell you, but I'm telling you, there may be a showstopper. So you've got options here, but you've got your full collection when it comes to the binder, the box, but this is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. It's all about the 8x8, well, they're bigger than 8x8 recipe cards. It's the step by step. You're going to be able to do exactly what's on these recipe cards, which is all about the sketch. Now, when I said in a post beforehand how this is perfect, yes, for beginners, but also advanced. If you're an advanced crafter and you think that you know so many ways, so many techniques, we all have that time where we lose our crafty mojo. This is going to be spot on. I'm going to be bringing this out time and time again when I have those days that I need to prep for Crafters TV and I've lost my mojo. So we've got everything for you to make what is in those recipe cards. Then once you've used it up, or even before you've used it up, you are going to be able to use your nature garden, your Sara's signature. Do all your own layouts following the recipe cards with your stamp sets. Bringing in your hunky-dory, bringing in your other brands that you've got, know and love. Use our recipe cards from that layout collection. So that's everything that you're getting within that main collection. So while you have a little look, I'm going to go back to see, I think we are still freezing on this main one, but as I said beforehand, it's typical. I've been testing this all throughout the day and it's been fine, so it just must be as soon as we go live. So let's quickly have a look and then we will go up the stairs to see what you guys are all saying here. We've got Sam McDonald. Sam, I've just hit your comments going on the screen, but thank you so much. Good evening to you too. Craig, thank you for going through this pack show and going through this whole collection. You are absolutely welcome. The only thing is I've now got to take it down once we finish this live and take it back into the studio tomorrow, which, do you know what? It's totally worth it. We've also got Karen is saying, hello Craig and everyone. Oh, I like your wallpaper. Thank you very much. I like it as well. I was thinking about changing it, but I think I'm going to keep it a little bit longer. Right, let's go down and see. Gareth is saying, this is making me so excited. Trust me, Gareth, when you get this home, once you see Becky and Debbie on Sunday when it comes to first look, once you see what I'm away to do in a moment, once you see what me and Ben do on Monday, I cannot wait for you to get a hold of this. What we've got as well is we've got Marianne is saying, this is so good. Gareth Drops replying to Gareth. Jane is saying, hi Craig, hi to you too. Lots of you are saying hi. So I'm not ignoring your hi. Let's see what everyone's saying about the collection. Kay is saying, Craig, I love your candle holders. Yeah, if you didn't see the start, the candle holders and the home decor elements, they don't come within the launch on Monday. Just to make that clear, that doesn't come within that launch there. We've got Jane is saying, hi everyone from Las Vegas. We've got Sandra saying, I cannot wait to see this. Christine Mahoney's in saying, hello, hi to you too. Jeffrey is saying, happy Thursday. A lot of you really looking forwards to this collection. Remember, this is kind of the one of two first looks ahead of the launch on Monday. Becky and Debbie are going to be on Sunday on Crafters TV with the first look, where they're going to be showing you and Debbie's going to be giving you her take as well, and then myself and Ben are going to be launching on Monday. We have got on Monday, we've got the main man himself, Johnny's going to be producing, and then I think it's either Jamie or wee Jamie that's going to be directing in the gallery. So we've got the big team on Monday. Hannah Gosling Smith saying, I know you can't tell us the price, but is it more expensive than say a normal full collection like Wild at Heart? I think you're going to be shocked, pleasantly shocked and surprised. That's all that I'm going to say. That's all that I'm going to say. Christy saying, is it too early to treat myself for Valentine's Day? No. Oh my God. Johnny's in. I've just seen Johnny's in. Johnny's in saying that's a better pack shot than Jake could build. Haha. Don't tell Jake that. Don't tell Jake that. It did take me a while though. As I said before, I had to actually go and borrow some of the plastic stands from Liam in the studio. Right, we've got Christine as well saying, hello Craig from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm watching you. And it's way more fun. Thank you so much for watching. I wasn't planning on jumping to this shot quite as much, but my main camera is still glitching and freezing, so therefore that's why I am just jumping a little bit more often than usual. Let's go up the stairs just in a moment, but before we do, let's just quickly go through everything that you're going to be getting once again. You can see that's just some. That is just some of that collection when it comes to everything that you're going to be getting. Now, yes, you're going to be getting the binder in the box. It's going to all come within that box, and then you can then start to decant it into the binder. But it's about the recipe cards. You're getting 30 of the recipe cards. When it comes to everything else, you're getting 11 die sets. Now, that gives you 48 dies in total. You're getting your 8x8 clear acrylic stamp set, so that's giving you 19 stamps in total that you can see here. If we go to that other stamp set right over there with all your sentiments, that's giving you a total of 19 sentiment stamps. You're then going to be getting, your 8x8 is 19, the 4x6 sentiments over there is 20. You're then getting your index and then 30 recipe cards. You're getting your stylish project binder, you're getting the magnetic disc storage panels, you're getting the stamp storage panels. You're then going to be getting your 5x5 embossing folder that's 2D, the 5x7 which is 2D, you're getting the 6x4 which is 3D, you're getting your 8x8 printed paper, single-sided, 150 GSM, and these are 12 designs. You're getting 2 of each, which gives you 24 sheets in total. Not only that, you're then going to be getting all of the linen cardstock. So the linen cardstock that we've got here, you're going to be getting that, 250 GSM, 6 colours, 4 of each, 24 sheets in total. Then you're going to be getting your satin ribbons, 9 reels in total. So you're getting that peach pink, baby blue, the lilac. You're getting 3 different thicknesses, and you're getting 3 of each thicknesses. then you're going to be getting 100 gems as well. All of that for you to then embellish all of your cards in your project. It is about, of course, using the recipe cards within the collection and then everything else that you've got at home as well. Let's go upstairs. So let's go upstairs where we can, well, hopefully get rid of that freezing. Now, while we stay on that shot, I'm going to walk and talk, and I'm hoping that you're still going to be able to hear me. So my voice might change as I go from an echo kitchen, up the stairs into my craft room, where I've got some projects lined up. I've also got the spare box that Liam kindly gave me to borrow, and for that, I will of course take back in tomorrow, where well, it's going to be there for the girls on Sunday. So this is about our layout collection. It is all about the layout collection. It's an incredible concept. I absolutely love it. I adore it. It's something that we're going to be able to take far and beyond when it comes to something such as all your other collections. Now, when it comes to this collection, it is about the recipe cards. So when it comes to the recipe cards, this is what it's going to look like. Now, this is just, of course, the first one. This is just recipe card number 1. Now, when it comes to recipe card number 1, what we've got is a picture. Now, I have got the finished sample here. So you're going to see visually what the card is going to look like. That is if you want to, of course, use it in the way that it is here within the recipe card. The key thing is this sketch. Now within this sketch, this is what you're going to be able to do by following along. So you follow that sketch to give you that layout. Now when it comes to this layout, you're going to follow all of these steps here. Now when it comes to these steps, what you have got is pictures and written. So you've got all these ways. Now, the papers, the linen, the folder, the stamp, that is all from this collection. The die cuts, even the way the squares have been die cut, that is all from the full collection. You don't have to go looking for that banner die. You don't have to go looking for that square die. You don't have to go looking for the circle die. You don't have to go looking for the scallop die, because it's all there within the layout collection. That is the point, the purpose, and the key element about that layout collection. But then, instead of using what's within that layout collection, follow the steps, but maybe the pattern paper is going to be from Dancing Dragonflies. Maybe the linen cardstock you're going to be using is from your texture 12 by 12. Maybe the folder, instead of the butterfly, you're going to be using from Vintage Rose. Maybe the stamp is going to be a sentiment instead. So you can see where we're going with this one here. We give you everything for you to then come along and follow step by step by step, using everything that's inside that collection. Then once you can build up your confidence, if your confidence needs built up, you can then come along with all your other collections, from Crafter's Companion, Sara's Signature, as well as your Nature Garden, or it could be stamp background, stamp layouts. But what you're then able to do is, that is 6 by 6. Now you might want to follow that sketch, but you might want to make it bigger. So you're just going to create your own measurements, but you're still going to follow that sketch layout. Instead of that being a 6 by 6 card, that could be on a 6 by 6 box. So this is the most incredible thing about this brand new layout collection. Let's have a look. So if we go through the box here, now we're not going to go through it all in great detail because we went through it in great detail downstairs, but what I want to do is I want to show you the recipe cards. So if I take the recipe cards, it's all individually packed as well, you'll be able to see this is how these are. So these all go within the binder here. So you've got all the projects on the front, then you've got the step by step. So we can see that we've got number 1, which is there. We've then got number 2. Now for this one, that's using the 3D floral embossing folder, but it's using the oval die to die cut the oval and white cardstock, put it in your folder, run it through, use the scallop, do a little bit of colouring, classic pens, sparkle pens, whatever you want, you're going to be able to use. And then all of these additional steps here is by following along with the recipe cards. So if you're ever worried, if you're ever concerned, if you don't have the confidence about a layout of your card, this collection on Monday when it launches is absolutely for you. If you're one that every now and again you lose your mojo, then go back to it. Go back to it. But what you can start to do is change it. So you might want to go with that, but instead you might want to turn it that way, have that way, and then your sentiment on the other side. So start to follow the recipe and the layout, but then change it to the way that you want. Many, many, many different ways and different avenues in which you can go down when it comes to this collection. Small Diddy cards. So there's number 3. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one because I know both Becky and Debbie on Sunday will do, and both myself and Ben will do on Monday. So what we have got is we've got the layout, the sketch for you to follow along with everything that you've got within the box, or of course you can come along and use your own stash if you want to. So within each of these ones, what I am going to do is let's put these in order, and I will show you the finished samples. The finished samples are a lot better for you to see on screen than the recipe cards. So we've got number 1, then you've got number 2, you've got number 3. Remember, you can change the colours, you can change the folders, you can use whatever you want. Number 4, you've got number 5, you've then got number 6. So if you do want to change it, that could be on that side, the ribbon could be on that side. That's you then created your own layout. You've then also got number 7. You've then also got number 8. So that's using the heart. So see what I mean, that yes, you might already have, you know, heart dies or certain floral embossing folders or that, but to create exactly what we've done within the recipe cards, everything's there. You don't have to go hunting. It's all been designed for, of course, the recipe cards within this layout collection. So that one's number 8. You've then got number 9 within that one. Lovely little Diddy card, but then that could be on a little box if you want to, or on the front of an envelope. You've then also got number 10. Now this one, another prime example by changing it, that half circle, you could have that down that way with the cake, or that could be the butterfly. So it's about building the layout, building the confidence, do it as it says to start with if you want, and then just by mixing and matching, and then you're going to start to feel and get your own way when it comes to the layouts. You've then got number 11, you've then got number 12, you've then got number 13. Now this one, you could do your letterpress. So if you've got your water reactive inks, follow along when it comes to the recipe cards, but do a letterpress technique. Or these ones, sand them back. So that one there is 13. You've then got 14, whereas this one here is then giving you the step-by-step. If you want to do heat emboss, you can do, but you don't have to. You're then also going to be getting 15, 16, 17. You're also going to be able to do 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, this is when I hope I've got them all, 29 and 30. But then you can change the layout if you want to. You don't have to, but you can do if you want. It's about that. I'm never comfortable about the layout. I want my cards to look like you guys do it on Crafters TV. Well, if you want to do what we do, then of course you follow along with what we do. Or if you want to put your own spin on it, this is when this layout collection is going to give you that option to do that. It's going to give you that option of doing it as it is, and it's that build of confidence. Mix, match, change, bring in other products, bring in other dies, bring in other stamps, but you've got everything there in that one box, in that one binder, for you to then follow along with the recipe cards and then put your own spin on it. So as we see there, that's everything that you are getting. Let's go back into that one, because that's an even bigger one that you can see just here. So that gives you everything that you're going to be getting within the launch on Monday. You're getting the binder. It's all going to come within that box there, but you've got your 30 recipe cards with the step-by-steps pictured and written on the back. What you're also then going to be getting is your 3 folders. You're going to be getting all of those dies. When it comes to the dies, you're going to get 11 sets, but there's 48 dies in total. You're getting an 8x8 acrylic stamp sheet, 19 stamps in there. You're getting a 4x6 sentiment acrylic stamp sheet, 20 in there. You're going to be getting the index as well as the 30 recipe cards. You're getting the magnetic die storage. You're getting the stamp storage, the folders, as I say, the printed papers, where it's giving you 24 sheets in total, 24 sheets of the linen card. You're getting 9 reels of your satin ribbon, and you're going to be getting all of the gems as well. Absolutely exceptional. I said right at the very start, I was in awe of watching Sara on HSN. The joys of technology. I was able to watch her on the launch on HSN, but to actually find out that I get to do the launch on Crafters TV on Monday, I was so giddy, so giddy. And just a little bonus, let's get to do it with Ben as well on Monday. So let's dive in and let's do the very first one. What we are going to do is we're going to do number 1. So we're going to do number 1 as it is. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do number 1 again. But whereas I said at the start, you can change all your collections, we're going to do it number 1 as it says in the recipe card, but we're going to use the Daisy collection instead. So then it just gives you, and I keep saying confidence, and that's what it is all about. It's giving you that confidence to follow the layouts and then just change it ever so slightly, or then go bold and change it completely. You've got that ability. Right, let's go back, and before we get cracking, let's have a look and see what everyone is saying. Kathy's saying, thank you so much, Craig, for doing this. You are very welcome. It's my absolute pleasure. Chris is saying, hi, everyone. Looking forward to this beautiful set. Karen is saying, I don't blame you for being in your comfies. I'm watching from my bed with my heated blanket on. It's cold down in Surrey. Yeah, well, whenever I do lives or tutorials here, you're going to get me in my home comforts at home. So if that's the case, I'm going to be in my comfies as well. We're all friends here. We're all friends. We've got, Lynn is saying, the candlesticks decor are beauties, Craig. Yeah, anyone joining, they're not part of the launch, just to say, you're not getting them. They're mine. They're mine. Sam's saying, you lose your mojo, Craig. Never. It does happen. It does happen. A lot of love for the candle holders. Where did I get them? I think I got them out the range here in the UK. I did actually get them out the range in the UK. Jessica's saying, I got this to use in my scrapbook pages. I do 6x6, 8x8, 12x12. The 12x12 are my favourites. Yeah, because you can expand them. All the measurements are there on the recipe cards, but then, of course, just use your own measurements just by trimming 1/4 inch on your guillotine. Follow that recipe card, that sketch. That's the key important bit, is that sketch within the picture of that finished sample, and then you can then make it bigger, and then you can follow that sketch into a scrapbook page. Lots and lots of options. Kathy is saying, I love this collection. We've also got Heidi is saying, this collection would be awesome to use for my scrapbooking. May have to modify it a bit, but will give you tons of inspiration. On Monday, I will be doing a scrapbook demonstration with the layout collection. I'll do it in launch day, but we'll show you how you can take the sketch of one of the recipe cards, but then transition that bigger into a scrapbook page. So we're going to be doing that. Karen is saying, I'm loving this collection. Sue King is saying, CC dies are more affordable than other companies. I agree. I know some would say, of course I'm going to say that, but I definitely agree. Nonna is saying, what are the white things across the middle table? The white things across the middle table. I'm not sure what you mean about the white things across the middle table. I'm not sure. Let me know. Maybe it's just shadow, or maybe it's just the packaging in the back. Jessica's saying, hi Craig, I love the layout collection, glad I purchased it. Thank you. For those that did get it from HSN, thank you so much for replying on my post about this live, how you've got it, how much you love it. Please do let everyone know how much you love it. how much it's helped you. Has it helped you? To what extent? Do you do what's on the recipe cards? Do you make it bigger for scrapbook pages, memory book pages? Just let everyone, it's easy for me to be here and be really genuine excited about it, but to know that you guys have already got it stateside, let everyone know just how much you do love the layout collection. Our Julia's in saying, Craig, hiya. Julia wasn't sure if I'd managed to do this pack shot from home, but I'm quite chuffed that I did. We've got Crafty Stacey Luke. When is the next HSN preview? I think it's about in a week or so time with Ben and Sara. It's not too far away. Kathy saying, beautiful presentation. Thank you. Apologies for the glitching right at the start. Typical, isn't it? Been working all day. And then, of course, it, well, starts to freeze. Lynn saying, Craig, how big are the nesting dies? Anything like that, key specific questions such as sizing and that we'll go through on Monday. We'll leave all that for the Monday shows. We've got Deborah saying, Craig, you're awesome. Thank you, bless you. Alex is saying, Craig, this is brilliant. I'm watching on YouTube, on my TV, but clearly got Facebook on too. Hey, best of both worlds. I'm kind of saying, I'm sure the candle holders would be from QVC. The tiny little tea light ones were from the Yankee Candle Advent Calendar. And yeah, the large one from the range. We've also got Barbara, who's on YouTube, because your name's in red, saying, hello, everyone. Excited to actually see you live with Craig. I am away to start crafting it just in a moment. It's just so many of you have come in with so many comments. I really appreciate it that I just want to spend that little bit of time just going through your comments and that as well. As always, after the live, if there's things that I've missed, I do always go back afterwards and have a flick through. If you've asked a question, a certain question, and I've not answered it, it will be because, one, I've either genuinely missed it, or two, we'll be answering kind of the key questions on Monday. So I will try and catch what questions I can and answer them. Darlene, I always look for different type of cards, and this collection is a game changer. Love it. Awesome. Thank you, Darlene. We've got Karen, how did you get all that stacked on the table? Thanks to storage behind it. We've got Mary saying, I love my collection. It's nice to be able to have all the pieces needed and the ideas in one place. And that was the key point as well, after speaking to Leanne as well. All of that, yes, the value is going to be exceptional, but it's not actually about the value. It's about the concept. But to get all of that, you don't have to go raking, rummaging, or where was that star die? Where was the heart die? Where was that edge die? Where? It's all there for you. Kay saying, wow, this collection is huge. We've got Karen is saying, Craig, your house feels very tranquil. Can you move in, please? My house is like Piccadilly Circus. P.S. I'm tidying. I'm tidy. I just don't cook. Well, I do both. Johnny saying, from downstairs to upstairs, come and work on my tea with these direction skills. I'll stick to being in front of the camera, Johnny. Although, I had quite a lot of fun getting all this set up. Right. We've got Tommy saying, apologize, it's not Tommy, it is... I apologise, I cannot pronounce your name, but you are asking. I'm going to pop it up because I apologise. It's very rude that I can't pronounce your name, and I don't want you to do any disrespect by attempting it and failing so badly. But you're saying, I assume you can use these layout box together with the template library cards. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can do as well. We've got... Linda saying, like I said earlier, no more hunting. Angela saying, hey Craig. Stephanie Theodore saying, hello everyone. I guess I missed it. Sorry, life's interruption. No problem. You'll always be able to go back and watch this live on my Facebook and YouTube time and time again. But let's get started here. Let's go in, get started when it comes to number 1. So we're going to do two, well, we are doing 2 cards, but from the one recipe card, just to show how you can change that look. Right, let's go from up above. No, we don't. There we go. That's where we want. Now, let's bring in the recipe card. So when it comes to the recipe card here, what we've got is the picture, you've got the sketch, you've got, of course, the title as well as the number. That's going to work with the index page. You've got your 6 pictures and you've got the 6 written. All of the instructions and also all of the measurements are there for you as well. So for instance, this one is going to enable you to make that one there that you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in these elements here. So when it comes to what it says there, we're going to go in with the corresponding linen card and also the corresponding pattern paper. I've got my 6x6 card blank. Remember, everything tells you on the recipe cards. Then what we're going to need is we're going to need what we, well, need within the recipe card. So we're going to go in for the rose. So the rose is on that big 8x8 stamp sheet, which is there. So we're going to be using that rose. When it comes to the sentiment, love and hugs, the love and hugs are on that sentiment there that you can see all these different ones, and there's your love and hugs. Then when it comes to the folders, there's our butterfly folder that we've got here. When it comes to the squares, you could cut them with a guillotine if you want to, but the point of the collection is having everything there for you to create that card in the project. So therefore, these ones here are from our squares. So we're going to be using that smaller square. Now you've got 2 sets of squares, which are going to work together, but that square is for that one, which we will then do 3 times and then emboss. When it comes to the rose, what we're going to do is we're going to be using the actual circular die. So we're going to take that one off, which is that one. And then we've got the scallop as well for the outer edge. And when it comes to the little embellishment that you've got there, that's also there within the die sets too. And for the tag or the banner die, that's there as well, that we're just going to take out here. So everything, and I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm doing it on purpose, everything is there. You'll need your card blank and you'll need your adhesive. That's it. It's all there. The extras such as ink and pens, of course, yes, you're going to need them, but to create the card, it's all there. Once we've done this one, we're then going to do it again, but we're going to do it with the daisy collection. We're not going to use a stamp. We're going to do a daisy, but we'll show you that just shortly. So let's move all of that out the way and then we're going to get started. So let's put all that there and then we're going to go in with our card. Now I'm going to bring the guillotine in, and although it steps you through the measurements, you can adapt it if you want to. You know, if you want to have a bigger matting layer or a thinner matting layer, you can do that. So when it comes to the recipe, it tells us there we need to cut a piece of pattern paper to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's what we're going to do first. So we're going to go 5 3/4 here to 5 3/4. Then when it comes to our linen, it's going to, it says on the recipe cards, you're going to cut it to 5 1/8 inch. So we're going to go 5 up to 7 1/8 inch round, and then that is our first layer. But if you're like me and you like 1/4 inch, then you can adapt it if you want to. But that is the start of your 6x6 card down here by following the recipe card. Then we're going to go into step number 2. So that's giving you the strips that you can see here. So cut 3 strips of coloured cardstock that are 6 inch by 1/2 inch. So let's take that colour coordinated cardstock. So I need to go back in because that's the one colour that I've not taken out just yet. So let's move all that out the way, and then we're going to go back in. We're going to take out the linen cardstock. Now yours all comes individually packaged and wrapped. Of course we've opened ours so that we can show and use it. So we're going to take that colour card that we need, and in actual fact it's not even that yellow that I want. So let's take the lilac, which is that one. Just take it out, it's a lot easier. No, it is that one, it's just because the light reflection. So let's take that back in, and then we're going to follow once again what the recipe card says. So that recipe card, it tells us that we need to cut it to 1/2 inch. Now with the guillotine or many other cutting implements, it can be hard to cut 1/2 inch just by lining it up there. So what to do, go to the other side. So we're at 8 inch. So let's come down 1/2 inch, and there's our 1/2 inch strip. Let's come down another 1/2 inch, and there's our strip. And let's come down another 1/2 inch, and there's our strip that you can see here. Now, of course, we need to turn it the other way and then cut it to 5 3/4. We're then going to go 5, let's do 5 3/4. That one, I've done 6 3/4. So 5 3/4, and then we're going to come along with our last one, and we're going to do 5 3/4. So once we've got our 3 strips there, if we then bring that back in, and I'm going to come along with the recipe card to the side here, we're going to follow along with what the recipe card says. We're going to then put one there, and then one there, like so. But the idea of being able to change it if you want to, that could be the green linen cardstock, that could be some of our metallic cardstock, that could be Centura Pearl. This is the key element within the launch on Monday, the layout collection, the 30 recipe cards, because you can take what's on those recipe cards, follow that layout from that sketch, and use it with any collection, any product that you've got. So as I say, we're going to carry on with what's in the recipe cards. So I'm going to put them out the way for now. Now when it comes to the next part, it says, let's see if I can, let's see, where are we? Let's see what screen I'm on. There we go. Let's see, just a little bit more. I'll zoom back out just in a second. But it does say, I know it's going to be harder for you to read, so I can read it out. Die cut and emboss 3 2x7 squares of white card with the butterfly embossing folder. Apply ink over the embossed squares and adhere them to the card front. So we're going to go into our dies, and we're going to take the 2 3/4 square. Now with this one, this is where I said if you want to just cut it with a guillotine or the paper trimmer, you can do, but everything is there. Every component is there for you. As Margaret said, absolutely, that could be ribbon if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be cardstock. It could be twine if you want it to be. Anything like that, anything. So let's take our cardstock. So I should just say as well, you will need, you're all going to have it, white cardstock of some form. So we're going to take that die, and we're going to die cut it. Now would I cut it with a guillotine? Probably, yeah. But it's about having it all there for you. It's all there for you. The stamps, the dies, everything for you to do what is in the actual layout collection and the recipe cards. So we're going to go, I'm just going to use my MIDI for speed. I'm going to run that one through here, and there is one of them. Let's bring in our next one, and we're going to run that one through as well, and then we're going to go in a third time, and then we're going to cut it a third time. So there's our second one, and then we're going to go in last but by no means least with our third one. So let's take our third one, following what the recipe card says, run that through. So we've got our 3 squares. Now this could be the scallop square if you wanted to be. It could be the circle square. Either way, still following that recipe card, you're just putting your own little stance on it. So let's move that out the way and bring that back in. So we can put that square die back. Remember, you've got the magnetic sheets as well. They're going to be included for you to then hold it all in that binder. This is where we're going to go and we're going to add and emboss with our folder. Now for the recipe card, it tells us we're going to emboss it, then we're going to ink. Now that's what I'm going to do, but you could letterpress if you want to. You could use your flakes if you want to. So this is where, have a look at that step and think, right, I'm either going to do it as it says and I'm going to ink around the edges, or what else can I do? What else have I got within my Crafter's Companion stash or my Crafty stash, and change it ever so slightly, put your own spin on it. So we're going to take our folder here. So let's pop these two will fit. And actually, yeah, I don't want them to be relatively straight, so I'm going to put them at an angle. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to use my G2, because with my 2D embossing folder, I do like to add in my metal shim, as you guys all know. So metal shim and then top plate. So we're going to line that one up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to feed that through our G2. So that's going to go through, that's going to emboss. We just need to do that second one in a moment, third one in a moment. So if we come back and open, there are our embossed layers that you can see here. So that's them embossed. Let's do our third one. I'm just going to sit that in the middle, and then we're going to do that once again. So I've got my metal shim in there, and then we're going to feed that through. When it comes to what we're away to ink here, what we are embossing, you can use that other square die for a matting layer if you wanted it, if you want to. But let's open it up, and then we're going to go around the edges. Now when it comes to the edges, it is the, let's go over to my water reactive. So it's the, let's go in with the plum jam, and then we're going to ink up. This one here is optional when it comes to inking. If you don't want to do the inking, you don't have to. But then we're just going to go around the edge, all the way around. Now within the recipe card, they've used fuchsia, but I'm using plum jam. So that's really the only difference when it comes to the recipe card is going to be the colour that I'm using. And that's me done my first one that we can see here. If you want to go heavier handed, if you want to then use your gilding wax at this point, you can do. This is how we would keep saying, the staple component is the recipe card. That's what you're going to build on. You're going to build on that staple of the recipe card. So let's just ink that out. And there's our second one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do that last one. Now you might also then maybe want to ink two and leave the middle one white, or ink the middle one and leave the out two white, or change the colours. I know by now you're grasping the concept as the where I'm going within all of these points, but it's just to show you about and make you think that it really is going to be a key staple within your crafty stash, and that is the layout collection. Because then what we can do is if we bring that in, we will start to tape it all down, but following on with the recipe card, we're going to do one, we're going to do two. I'm going to turn the butterflies the right way. You might want to have them the other way, like so. So we can see the way that we're following. Let's bring in that one just here. Move that in for you to see. So let's set that out the way, move that out the way. I'm going to give that a wipe. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to go there just for a second while I take a drink. There you go. Sure you don't want to hear me drinking my juice. So that is now me all cleaned up, so I'm ready to go. The sandwich for your 3D embossing folder is your base plate, folder and card, magnetic and frosted shim. That is your configuration. So base plate, folder and cardstock, 3D folder and cardstock, magnetic shim, and then top plate. So that is the folder configuration for your 3D. How much is this going to be? Tell you the price on Monday. So the price is never announced or said out until the actual launch date itself. So that'll be on Monday that the price will be revealed. We've got, I think that again, if I have missed or not seen any questions, don't worry, I will go back afterwards as well and have a look through. But now that we've done that one, let me just put that folder back, and then we can then go on to this next part. Now, I'm not going to colour the rows. I might colour it on Monday, come launch day, but for this one, I will just stamp it out, and then, of course, we can then follow along with that layout. Let's take my cardstock. I'm just going to use my white cardstock. I'm going to then come along with my stamping platform. So let's just roughly cut that there. So let's take our rows, let's put that in to position here, like so. And then we're going to go in with that rows. So all the focal stamps are on your big 8x8 sheet. I'm going to take that one off. We're going to stamp that as normal. So we're going to pop that in and press it into place, ink up. Now, because I would be using my alcohol pens, I would use my tri-blends. What I'm going to do is use my alcohol proof ink pad. So we're going to then turn that around. We're going to press, and then that's me ready to colour. And then, of course, die cut. Or you know what I'm like, I would die cut first and then colour. So while we're also here, let's do our sentiment as well. Now, within the sentiment, it's hugs and kisses, but you could change the sentiment. Just like this rose, you might want to use the teacups, or you might want to use the butterfly, or you might want to use the bouquet. You've got that option to change. Let's go in with our piece of cardstock, and we're going to sit that onto here. So let's set that one on, and then we're going to take our sentiment. So let's take our sentiment, following on with exactly what the recipe card says here. Let's just bring that in. So here it says to stamp it, cut it, and then die cut it. Now, I'm not skipping a step. What I'm just doing is, instead of doing the sentiment at the end, because I've got my stamping platform out now, I'm just going to then do all my stamping just now. The end result's still going to be exactly the same. So we're going to take our hugs and kisses. And even although I won't be adding colour to this because it's a sentiment, I'm still just going to use my alcohol proof ink pad. We're going to press. Now that is our sentiment done. So we can come along and we can cut that one out as well in a moment or two. Let's take that out, move that out the way, and then let's do some die cutting. So for our hugs and kisses, we're going to go in. So we're going to go in with our banner dies, and with the rose, we're going to go in with our circular dies. So we're going to die cut it out, and I'm going to keep referring back to the recipe card because it tells you what you're doing. And I know Debbie and Becky will go over it on Crafters TV First Look on Sunday. I'll go over it all again on the actual launch on Monday within Wake Up Call and then launch day. And I'm sure we'll have a look at it on Monday Makers as well, because I'm in on air all day on Monday. we're then going to take our corresponding die to die cut Hugs and Kisses. I'm going to take, you can either take your low tack tape, or I'm trying to use up washi tape that I've got. So we're going to tape that into place. Oh, I'm at the end of my washi tape. Let's take our tape here. So I'm just going to take my, if I can get a hold of it, my stencil tape to hold it down. You can use your low tack tape if you want. Oh, is there a magnetic page to store the dies? Yes, you get 2. If I bring this in, you get 2, and same as 2 for your stamps. 2 for your stamps and 2 for your dies that you've got as well here. What I will do, before we go any further, our binder. So it's your lever arch binder. So that's it all secure. So we're going to unclip it, turn that over, lift it up, and then you can then take these out and you can then add your dies, your stamps on, add your recipe cards as well, because your recipe cards are going to go in as well. Like so. You might want to put the stamp and the dies to the top, but then once everything's in the way you want it, close it, turn that over, press down, clip it into place, and then that's it secure. So there you go. That's how you're going to use your lever arch. But let's go back in with our dies. So within this one, let's take our circle, which was stuck to the back of my binder there, and we're going to secure that, and then we're going to go onto our plates here. Now these dies, because these are really simplistic shape dies, I'm going to take out my magnetic shim. So base plate, frosted, and then top plate. So we're then going to then run that one through our G2. So you don't want to see me. There we go. Well, I think you do want to see me because that camera has just gone out of battery. This is just the die cutting. So there we are. Let's take these ones. My water bottle now. You don't want to see that one. There we go. Right angle in the end. So we've got our die cut circle, and then we've also got our Hugs and Kisses. Now with these ones, we are going to ink round the edges. So if I bring the recipe card, and we're going to keep referring back to the recipe card just to show you. We're going to then bring that in. We're going to ink round the edges with the same colour that we've used around your die cut. So let's bring that one back in with our blending tool, and then you're just going to then ink round the edge like so. So there's your sentiment, and then of course you're going to have coloured in your rose or whatever image it might. This might be the sentiment. So then we've got our rose, we've got our sentiment. So if I bring that back in, so there's our finished one. And then we're going to bring this in here. We're going to tape it down just in a second. So there's our rose, there's our sentiment, but we've still got our oval to do. So let's bring in our oval, our circle, scallop. What we also need to do is we need to bring in the leaves. Yes, that was a Crafter's Companion bottle that was in the way there. So we need to go into that box of delights, and there is the little die here. So we can take that one out with a piece of green cardstock. Let's move that out. I'm now just thinking, I'm thinking of other collections as well. So can you imagine doing this layout but with the Roaring Twenties collection, something like that, or the farmyard collection, farmyard animals collection that we done. all these different collections. It's going to give you another lease of life when it comes to all these collections. So let's take that off. Now I know I am speeding through these ones, but it's because I want to also get to the Daisy collection. I want to recreate this card, but with the Daisy collection. So let's run these ones through. Once again, simplistic die. So I'm going to take out my magnetic shim, and then we're going to run that one through. So saying that one cuts. That then just means that we are now ready to assemble the card with these last bits. And then that's how you're going to follow the recipe cards in the steps that it says. You've got, if you haven't gathered by now, by the amount of times I keep saying it, you can change it. You can change that layout, and I'll prove that in a second, just before we tape it all down. So let's take that one out of the way for now. So let's bring these in. Go. You've got the finished example. You've got the sketch that you can follow, but you've got the steps all the way around. So our end result, you'll colour your rows in, of course, is going to be like that. So if we then just, let's just neaten that up ever so slightly. So you've got your layout. So that's how you're going to follow the recipe cards. But this is where it also gets fun and interesting. You might want to do that. Once you've got that layout into position, to build your confidence about creating your own layout, why not start to then mix and match? So simply by changing the position of one square and one strip, or you might want to take, let's go back into position, there, there, and there, but you might want to have the rows at the top with the sentiment down there, and you might want to have that just popping out of there. And that is what I just think is brilliant, absolutely brilliant about this collection, and how I mean it when I say that if I ever have a day that I've lost my mojo, this is exactly where I'm coming to. You've got your 30 different recipe cards. Right, let's quickly put this together. I'm just going to use my tacky glue for speed here. And we're just going to assemble that whole card now. So now that I've decided I'm going to keep the layout exactly the same as the recipe card, we're going to add that on. So each of these bits, we're going to then just take our, I'm using, as I say, my tacky glue. You might want to come along and use your tape runner. You might want to use your double-sided adhesive tape. You know, that's my go-to when I've got time, is I'll use my double-sided adhesive tape. So we're just going to add our strips on. Going in for the lighter coloured cardstock, yellow cardstock. That one, we're going to go into there. And then the other option you've got is, you know, keeping it all flat, but you might want to go on with a foam pad on one of them. So let's press that one in. We're definitely going to, it looks like there is definitely extra room in that binder. Yes, there is extra room in that binder, so you've got a lot of give within that binder. Let's pop that one in and then press that into there and move that in like so. Let's just hold that for a second. So I'm going to hold that for it to grab. Wendy is saying, my mother got me this, it's amazing. Caroline saying, great ideas for the scrapbook. Yeah, and this is where I was just saying at the start about this, follow the recipe card, but make the layers bigger, whatever size that you want. But this would be a really good layout for a scrapbook page. And we're going to add that one in. Let's hold that down again for another second or two. And then as that grabs, we're going to then take our, let's take our sentiment. So hugs and kisses. We're going to press that in to hold. We're then going to come in with our circle scallop, like so. We're going to hold that in, and then we're going to come along with our rose, which you'll have coloured. Let's put that into there, and then finish off. We're going to take a little floral. I'm going to put a little bit of glue just at the base, tuck that in, and then that is our card. So following on with our recipe card, so you can see, change the ink, change the yellow tone, and the only thing I've not coloured yet is the rose. But that is me following along with what's in that recipe card by going by the sketch. Now you can go by the sketch, or of course you can follow that finished example, but then what you've also got is your 6x6 steps. Gives you the measurements, the positioning, tells you what to do, but then as just shown you just there a moment ago, you can change the actual positioning. You can change it. You might only want 2 squares. You might want a different image, different sentiment, different banner. It's entirely up to yourself. You've got that collection as a way to lay out your cards. So, that being said, let's have a quick tidy up. Just off to the side, what I have been doing is looking at all of your comments coming through. I'm glad that those that have already got it are saying how much you love it and how much of you are really looking forwards to it launching. So you'll get another look at it on Sunday with Becky and Debbie Fisher. So I want to say Becky's presenting and Debbie Fisher is going to be showing you the layout collection. So that's going to be on Sunday ahead of the launch with myself and Ben on the Monday. So all the additional details and that, such as the price and that, that'll all be revealed on the website on Monday when it goes live, ready for wake up call. What I would say is we've got a decent quantity, but we've not got an unlimited amount of quantity. We've not got as much as we would have liked. So keep that in mind, and that's not a pressure thing, that's just letting you know. Part of the reason as well why I wanted to do this live before the first look is to give you a full in-depth, myself being the one that's launching it, give you a full in-depth look for you to have time to decide, is it something that you're going to consider once the price is revealed, which is an exceptional price. You will be wowed at the price, I can promise you that. And then it gives you that time just to think, you know, if you can get it. So that is our recipe card number 1. What we are going to do is we're going to do it again, but we're going to use the Daisy collection and just show you how you can follow the recipe but change the collection. I did see something there, so let's actually go back there. You can see, just while I'll have a look at the collection, what we've got is, now there was one, right, I'm trying to think where that was. Ben's popped on, nice pack shot, thanks Ben, there you go. Ben, if you're still watching, there's another angle for you. There you go. I wonder if we're still, actually there's a point, before I go along and do the next demo, let's see if it's still freezing. So you'll hear the change in tone of my voice as I walk down the stairs. And as we walk down the stairs into my kitchen, where we're going to go really, really echoey. And I think we are still freezing, unfortunately. But I am going to come in, just so you can see. Yeah, see, we're still freezing. We're still freezing, but There we go. Just to show, we can go up. I am going to be honest and say I'm quite smug that I've managed to get this all working close to being smooth, apart from, of course, this camera here being a little bit temperamental. But there you go, you've got everything. So we are going to go back up and we're going to do another demo with the Daisy collection. But you can see there, when it comes to that collection, everything that you're getting 11 die sets. Now, what we can do is let's also show you how we can go close up and show you everything in detail again. So this is where you're going to get your binder. Now you're going to get your binder with everything that's inside that box. Now everything that's in that box, the recipe cards, the dies, the stamps, that's going to go in the binder. You've got your magnetic sheets and you've also got your storage sheets for your stamps. This is what it's all about. It's about the 30 recipe cards. So there is the one that I've shown you that we just done a moment ago. So you have got a further 29 of them where you can do what I've just shown you, mix, match, change the layout and use it in whichever way you want, with your Sara signature, your nature gardens, with your crafter's companion, bringing in your hunky dory, bringing in your other collections that you've got as well. Then you've got your folders. Remember, these are all designed for the layout collection. So you've got your 3 folders, then you've got all of your dies, you've got your ribbon, your gems. I'll go over the quantities in a moment before we go back up the stairs, but then you've got all the dies. We'll start to show you how they're going to work with the recipe cards. This is where, when it comes to this collection, many of these shapes and style of dies you may already have. You may already have them. And this is what I was talking to Leanne about last week when I grabbed a meeting with her to go over it in a lot of detail, and she said the same. When it comes to this collection, some of these, if not many of the dies, you might already have in some form within your collection. But what it's about with this layout collection is you having everything contained in there for you to make exactly the way it's been done. Because you've got the same shape dies, you've got the same style dies, you've got the same folders, it's all there for you to be using. So when it comes to everything there, that's where you're going to be getting your 11 die sets. So it's 11 die sets in total that you've got. Now when it comes to the 11 die sets, you're going to get 48 dies in total. You've then got your 8x8 acrylic stamp sheet. So that one there where you've got 19 stamps. When it comes to the one way over there, when it comes to your sentiments, you've got that's 4x6 in size and you've got 20 stamps. You've then got the 30 recipe cards, and that one there, dare I even move it, is giving you, so if I go there, just so you can just see, that is your index. So you've got your index card as well. What we've also put in there is giving you the binder. You're getting 2 magnetic die storage panels. You're getting 2 stamp storage panels. You're getting that 5x5 folder, which is 2D. You're then getting your 5x7 butterfly, that's 2D. Your 4x6, which is 3D. You're getting your 8x8 printed papers way over there, 150 GSM, single-sided, 12 designs, 2 of each, so that's 24 sheets in total. You're then getting your 8x8 linen cardstock, 250 GSM, 6 colours, 4 of each, 24 in total. You're then getting your satin ribbon way down into here. So you're getting your 9 reels. You're getting 3 different thicknesses, 1 metre of each, and you're getting 3 colours. And then you're getting 100 of your gems that you can see here as well. So everything there is what is then containing within your launch day collection. What I did say at the start of it, there will be a showstopper as well. So you're going to have 2 options, the collection and there will be a showstopper. So seeing as that is just playing up again with the freezing, we can go back up. I'm going to go back upstairs. So you're going to hear my voice changing once again. And then we're going to do that final demo where we're going to replicate what we've done within the very first one. But we're going to use the Daisy collection, or it could be the Fuchsia collection, or it could be Vintage Rose, or it could be Roaring Twenties. It can be anything from any of your collections that you've got there. Right, let's dive in. lots of stuff for an exciting price. Absolutely. We've got might need a booster for your internet. Fran, if I could, I would. I've already got the most amount of strength and booster possible. It's the tablet that I'm using. I've already got the strongest internet I can possibly get. That's amazing. At least I won't have to put them all away somewhere separate. That's a good thing with them all being in that binder. I think Lynn is saying, I must say, crafters have done it again. Perfect. Lynn is saying, thank you, Craig, for showing us the collection. You're very welcome. Betsy is saying, I love your trophy in the background. Absolutely. Mr. Mosby has been having his, so I made sure that I've got my little trophy there in the background as well. We've got Laurie is saying, just finished a 6x6 card using the layout on page 24. So that is, let's bring in 20. Wait, see, I bet you all these finished samples. 26. I bet I've just muddled them all up as I put them back earlier. I think I have as well. 19. 20, I think I have. 21, 14. Yep, I have. So I'm going to have to sort them again before I take them back in. Right, well, never mind. Let's have a look here. So layout, Laurie was using number 24. So with 24, you've got your index, but we can go all the way up to 24. So there's 25, and there's 24. Ah, there it is. Let's see. I am actually going to be demoing this on Monday. But what I'm going to do on Monday with that one, which is here, that one, I'm going to demo, but I'm going to do two ways. I'm going to demo it like it is, but it's going to go onto the top of a box. So it goes to show you that you can then, of course, take the layout for a card and use it on a box. But then what I'm also going to do is a bigger version with a Christmas Bethlehem collection. I want to try and show you as many different possible ways that I possibly can. So some will be doing exactly as they are within the recipe cards. The key thing on Monday, every single layout will be following the sketch. Now, I might do it bigger, I might do it smaller, I might do a scrapbook, I might do a box. Either way, the sketch layout will always be the same. I might titivate it while we're live and say you can put this there or you could put that there, but the following along with the recipe cards, every single one. So that's the one that Laurie done. But right, enough talking for now. Let's do our last one. So let's bring, we don't need that, of course. So we're going to keep that recipe card out, but what we're going to do is, instead of using all of these components, we're going to follow that recipe, but we're going to be using our own collections. In this one, I'm going to be using the Daisy collection. Delightful Daisy. Nothing changes. You follow along the sketch and the step-by-step. Now, you might want to change the size and the measurements. Again, that's entirely up to yourself, but nothing really changes. You follow the sketch, you just use your own collections that you've got at home. So let's get that into position. So we've got that there, and I'm going to set it to the side. This time, what I am going to do, though, differently, actually, I'm not going to change the size. Let's do it exactly as I said, that's in the recipe card, but we're just using a different collection. So let's take our 6x6 card blank that I've got here. What I'm then going to take is one of the pattern papers. Now, let's see, yeah. I've got two. That one's not open, so I don't want to open that one because I've got an open one. So let's take let's take that one. So I'm going to take my pattern paper, and then I'm going to take my linen cardstock. So let's do it. Let's do deep green. Let's go in with a deep green here. So when it comes to the recipe, it tells us cut the pattern paper to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I'm still going to do that. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Then we're going to take, following the recipe, our card, and we're going to cut that to 5 7/8. But if you want to do what I like to do and do them at 1/4 inches, then again, you go for it. You can do that, but still follow the recipe. So there's our first step that you can see here. Then we're going to then take, let's do the strips. So when it comes to the strips, let's do it. Let's go that mustard yellow colour. Now if we remember, it tells us for those strips 5 7/8 by 1/2 inch. So the easiest way to do it when it comes to 1/2 inch, I'm going to go up to the closest 1/2 inch. So let's trim that off. Now I'm going to come down 1/2 inch. I need 3 of them. 1/2 inch. And then 1/2 inch. So that's my 3 that I've got here. Let's just cut all of them together. So we're going to go 5 7/8 there. So if we bring that in, there, and then there, it tells us once again to put the strips on. So that's what I'm doing there, there, and then there. Then the next bit, it's saying to take, of course, those squares. So those squares are the 2 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take the 2 3/4 of an inch. So it's this time what I'm going to do, instead of doing white multi-purpose, I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to take our white linen cardstock from the Daisy collection. So I'm not using the white multi-purpose, I'm using the white linen. And we can take the die. So let's take the die that we've got. So if I take that one out here, so I'm just checking that one, 2 3/4. And then run this through our Gemini. Take that one as well. And then I'm going to then take my MIDI. And although it says emboss, you don't have to emboss. You don't have to emboss whatsoever. So let's run it through. And then we're going to then do it again. So there's one. We are going to be embossing it anyway. So let's do 2. Like so. Now I'm speeding through this now so that we can get it done. And then we're going to do it last but by no means least for the 3rd time. Let's flip and rotate my folder. Run that in. So from one project, one recipe card, the options are just phenomenal. You could do hundreds of layouts just by turning the sentiment one way, just by changing the folder another way. It really is exceptional, the different options that you've got. What I'm just trying to look for my purple shim now. Here we go, found it. Because I am going to emboss it, but because we're using the Daisy collection, we're going to use the Daisy folder. So let's take that one out and then run these ones through. So this is 4 by 6 So will I get, if I'm careful, actually I don't need that because it's 3D. If I'm careful, I'll get both on, like so. I'll run that one in. And then we're just going to then lift. What I'm going to do is let's take, where's my, I want to enhance that a little bit more. So I'm going to add in my metal shim. There we go. So we've now got our 3D emboss. So let's do that once more for the third one. I'm not going to ink this one. We're just going to leave it white because I'm wanting to follow the layout but change the look. So there's our third one. So that's that one. Then we can then come along. So if I bring this back in, this now tells us within the third step the positioning of them. So ink them if you want, do the letterpress if you want, but we're now following along with that one. Then for the next one, where it says the rows, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a stamp. What we're going to do is create a daisy. So let's take our daisy die and I'm just going to do the medium one, and I'm going to do that a few times because when it comes to the actual focal, it doesn't have to be a stamp. If you want it to be a die cut or an embellishment, then of course it can be that. So let's go in with our folder, and I'm going to cut these a couple of times so that we can layer them up. So let's run that one through. Probably do it about twice. I'm going to then take that one out there. We're then going to take that next one out here and run that one through here. If I then do that one, so there's our two, what will be our daisy. I need to take a little bit of the yellow cardstock for the centre, so let's take our centre of our daisy and run that one through. So this is where you go and start to bring out lots of other collections. For instance, on Monday I'm going to use Bethlehem collection. I'm going to use Sara's Sent with Love collection. I'm also going to use a Halloween collection. So I want you to show how you're going to be able to get the absolute most out of this layout collection. Now I would usually shape the dies or the die cuts. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm just going to go in and create a flat daisy. So that's going to be the substitute for my rose stamp. So this time we're then going to go in with our card. Now because that's white and that's white, I don't want to have a white circle. So therefore, because I've got the green at the back, let's use that green again. So that's going to be onto there. So let's cut that one out. We'll do that one within the green. And then the scallop, let's do it within the yellow. So let's take that there. Now that one will I need, I don't know, will that just might, oh, I don't know. I might be pushing it. Let's give it a shot and see. Let's feed that one in. It'll either just catch the edge or just miss the edge. Oh, it's done it. Perfect. So there's that one. And then there's that one, because I'm following along. So that's going to come down into there. Our daisy is going to go in position of our rose that you can see here. Then we need to do our sentiment. So let's bring in the banner still. So I'm still using the components, the dies for the layout, but I'm just changing what I'm using. So that can go there. But once again, what I'm doing is, instead of using the sentiment stamp from the collection, let's use this die, this hello. Yeah, let's just do hello. There's hello you, but let's just use hello. Now I need to go with the bigger banner, so you can change it. So still following the layout on the recipe card. I'm just changing sizes. Let's go in with the green again, because I don't want that to kind of clash white on white. Crafty Lou, I prefer this card to the first. See, that's the thing, Crafty Stacey Lou. That is the thing about the layout collection. You know, you might not have thought about doing this layout with the Daisy collection, but because you've got the recipe cards to use, you can then use whatever you want. You don't need to use the papers and cardstock that's in the recipe card, the original. You don't have to use them. Use whatever you want. Let's then go in with white and the hello. This one I'm not going to tape down. I'm just going to show you how you can then use your collections. And we could be adding our foils to it. We could be then adding our glitter glues to it, letterpress techniques, all these different techniques and tools that you've already got there. So it's exactly the same as that, layout wise. Gareth, yes, that will look brilliant with the vintage diary collection. Yes, it will. Yes, it would. But there, I've done the exact same layout that's in the recipe card. The only difference is what I've used to decorate. I've followed the recipe, I've used the key dies, but then you might want to do that. You might want to do that. You might want to then come along, take one out and do one down there, like that. And this is where, as I kept saying at the start, it's going to start to build that confidence. Maybe you don't want to build the confidence, maybe you just want to keep using this layout collection. Let's take them out, let's take that out, and then you might just want to do that. And that is the most incredible, the fun, the creative, the joyous thing when it comes to this layout collection, is the versatility. That whole card could be done, you know, you could use your stamps and create your stamped background. You can do stamps and do heat embossing for your squares. So other than your block cardstock, all of that could be a stamp background that you've created yourself. And that, by using your own measurements, follow the same layout, follow the same steps, but by using your own measurements, that could be 8 by 8 in size. That could be, if you've got 12 by 12 papers, that could be a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. That could be a photo. You could do that exactly as it is on 6 by 6 and add a photo, or do the layout exactly as it is, but on 12 by 12 with a photo. You could take that away and do that again up in that corner. Couple of photos, there's your layout. So don't just think about cards, think of your scrapbook pages, think about your memory book pages, think of all of your home decor as well. You're going to be able to take each recipe card, so you've got 30 recipe cards, but within each one, that, I don't know, between that demo and that demo, verbally 16 different ways I've verbalized or shown you by twisting and changing. It could be the scallop square instead of the straights. You can just keep going and going and going, and you could literally make hundreds of cards by just changing or twisting one element, and that's it. And it's going to keep going and going and going. When Sara brings out a brand new Floral Elegance, oh my gosh, can you imagine Floral Elegance with some of these layouts here? Or future collections that we've got coming up. We go back to this one. These three here, use your stencils and mesmerising glitter paste that Leanne and Ben had on. So bringing in your glitter pastes here. So this is how it's just, I'm blooming excited about it. I cannot wait for it to officially launch on Monday. I couldn't wait for First Look by Debbie Fisher and Becky on Sunday, hence why, seeing as I'm the one that's launching it, this is why I've come in early, just to give you a full-on in-depth. I know they will give you a full-on look as well on Crafters TV, but because, as I said, I've got everything, I've got the finished samples, I've got it all here with me, that I thought, let's go big, let's go bold, and let's show you everything that you're going to be getting. You've got that full collection there. So you're getting the storage. Now, when it comes to the storage, you're getting that binder, but everything that you're getting there, you're getting 11 die sets in total, which is giving you 48 dies in total. Then you're going to be getting your 8x8 acrylic stamp sheet. So this is where it's giving you the icons, the butterflies, the florals, the cakes, the birds, the champagne bottles, all of those. You're getting 19 stamps in total. The 4x6 sentiment, you're getting 20 stamps in total. You're then getting your index card and 30 recipe cards. You're getting the stylish binder. You're getting 2 magnetic sheets for your dies, 2 storage panels for your stamps, the 5x5 2D folder, 5x7 2D folder, 6x4 3D embossing folder. You're getting your 8x8 printed papers. They're single-sided, 150 GSM, 12 designs, 2 of each, 24 sheets in total. You're getting your linen cardstock, 250 GSM, 6 colours, 4 of each, 24 sheets in total. 9 reels of satin ribbons, 3 different thicknesses, 3 different colours, and 100 gems as well. However, I cannot stress enough, the value is going to be exceptional, but it's not about the value. It's about what it gives you, the opportunity of creating. Use what's there, then use everything else. You might get it home and not even use any of the papers or that to start with. You're going to go straight into your vintage diary, or you're going to go into your vintage lace collection, or you're going to go into your Gemini Club collections, your paper from the Craft Club, all these different things. It's about following the recipes. It's letting you build on your layouts. You say time and time again, I wish I could do cards like you guys. You can do. You can do with confidence and build your confidence as well. So that is going to be on Monday. So that's launching on Monday with myself and Ben, as I know I keep saying as well, because I want you to tune in to Debbie Fisher and Becky on Sunday with the Crafters TV first look. So you'll get another look of it there. But I just wanted to go over as much as I possibly could to give you 3 days warning, so to speak. It's the values is exceptional. Let's be honest, it's not going to be a $20 collection or £20 collection. So it's just giving you that extra few days just to work out the pennies. It is going to be exceptional. That's all that I can say when it comes to the cost. I think we're going to get a few other bits camera-wise that are freezing. So anyway, as it is, we're away to... Gosh, is that the time? Back at 10. and I'm up early tomorrow. Right, let's have a last quick look through these here. We've got, let's see, Margaret saying hi from New Zealand. Well, hello to you too. Marcella is saying great demo, thank you. You are very, very welcome. Caroline is saying brilliant live, Craig, thank you. You're more than welcome. We've got Deborah saying I'm loving the papers. We've got let's see, because there's some that repeat. Where we got, and I read yours, Wendy, saying my mother got me this, it's amazing. We've also got Gareth saying it's going to make me a card making machine. It absolutely is. It really, really is. It's going to be good for batch making. I know not everyone wants to or does batch making, but if you do, because you sell, this is going to be brilliant. You could do 10 cards exactly the same, more than 10 cards exactly the same, and just twist and change some of the layers, and it's going to look different. Crafty Stacey, I love all vintage and distressed stuff. Distress the edges. You're going to be able to do all of that. You can do and put your own crafty take on each of the individual projects within the recipe cards. But that's it. That's everything that you're getting within the launch on Monday. There is going to be a showstopper. What I can tell you with the showstopper is it is going to contain crafty items that are going to work with the collection. So there we go. That is your layout collection launching on Monday. So glad that you're all saying that you've enjoyed this live. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Although in saying that, I am back on Crafters TV tomorrow. So myself and Debbie Robinson, we're back together. I've not seen her since the end of last year. So really looking forward to that. We've got Wake Up Call. We've then got Craft Along. And then we've got whatever the last show is. I cannot remember. But the key thing is you've got a cracking Craft Along with Debbie. So that's going to be fantastic. So that's all day tomorrow on Crafters TV. And then over the weekend, I think it's Debbie and Becky all weekend. I think. Don't hold me to it. It's definitely them on Sunday, but you've got them all weekend, I think. And then I'm back on Monday as well. So I'm going to say good night because I need to get tidied up and then I need to get to bed because I'm up early for Crafters TV. But thank you so much for all your company tonight. I'm so glad you guys are loving this collection. It is so good. I love it. I adore it. Hopefully you've seen my love and passion for this collection come through over the last couple of hours. But until the next time, there will be another live soon. Don't you worry. I'm definitely getting back into doing these ones this year, that is for sure. But whether you've been watching on Facebook or whether you've been watching on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for your company off the back of Cartload with Ben and Sarah. I will see you tomorrow on Crafters TV with Debbie Robinson, and then I'll be back on Monday with a brand new launch of the Layout Collection. Right guys, have a lovely weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.